Well, good evening guys. It is Friday the 12th of October today. As you can probably see behind me, it's blowing an absolute gale. Really windy today and tomorrow. However, only real chance we've got to get out is this evening. It's 5:30, 5:45 now, so it's going to be dark in sort of an hour or so's time. What I've done is, because it's been mild this week and I knew it was going to be mild up to the weekend, I've decided to come up above the weir, to the meadow above the weir, up above where we were zander fishing, and we've come to this nice deep stretch you see behind me in that lovely snag, where if you saw last year's videos, I had the 13 out from, £13 barbel that is. Had carp from this swim as well, so tonight is really going to be only maybe 2 or 3 hours. Just got my usual barbel rods, running ledger setups. I shall be using a cheesy garlic halibut pellet on the one rod and boilie on the other rod, with a paste wrap, either the krill or black snail or Odyssey XXX. I'm going to shuffle things around, see what happens. So that's the plan really. The rain's supposed to hold off. It's chucked down all day, which is another reason to come out tonight. Not in the best of health, as you can probably hear as well. It's stinking cold all week, felt absolutely terrible, but I do feel a bit better this evening, otherwise I wouldn't be here, to be honest. But I think the weather's going to turn after the weekend. Having done what we've done for the last few weeks, I think we're going to turn our attentions to zander. I keep saying we, I'm expecting James along shortly. He's finished work, so he's on his way here. Fortunately I've got here before him, and I've nabbed the swim with, he's going to fish in the swim next to me, but I've nabbed the swim with the tree next to me, so my reasoning is that otherwise you wouldn't be able to hear me, to be honest, because there's so much wind noise on the microphone that you wouldn't be able to hear a word. Anyway, I'm going to get some ground bait mixed up, and I'm going to get these rods set up. I've literally just arrived, and probably by that time James will be here. So guys, it's getting off 6 o'clock now. Just see James has just arrived. I've just seen him up in the car park up there. All I'm doing, as I said earlier, I've got my barbel rods, quiver tipping, got 2 rods out. Got one, I hope you can hear this all right. Got one sort of close to the snag over there, and one about here, because I know in the summertime there's a big bank of lilies over there extending out into the river, and there's like a little pocket in the lilies. And I do remember where that is, so I've put the other rod in there, which is where I've had some success in the past. James is going to fish the peg up above the snag. I've actually had a clang already. Rods have only been in the water maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the very most. So that's good as well. And over here, just around about here, a couple of times in the last 5 minutes or so, something's worked itself out. I mean, I haven't seen what it is. Almost like a bream rolling, but it was a bit too big a splash, to be honest, so maybe that's a carp, who knows. But fingers crossed. Anyway, we can have something out between us. Fishing for a bite really this evening. It's worth mentioning as well, we did come out last weekend. We went after some zander last weekend, and the zander were in one of their funny moods. Nothing like the previous video you've seen. They were being proper finicky. I bumped one off, and I must have had 4 or 5 aborted takes. Tried smaller baits, bigger baits, but didn't do much good. James, however, had his first ever zander. He was over the moon. Really pleased with it. I was really pleased for him, and It's fantastic. So we're going to do a lot more zander fishing certainly in the near future. As I say, the weather's certainly going to take a turn for the colder, so with that in mind we're going to get after the zander as well. So really looking forward to that, and really looking forward to doing some chub fishing as well in colder months. So things to look forward to, even though the water's getting colder and the weather's getting definitely more autumnal. So fingers crossed, before too long we'll have something. Well guys, it's very frisky. Look at the hours, about 8 o'clock now, and it's been very quiet sat here in the wind, but just had an absolute pull round, classic bream bite, and wow. Well guys, I know they're not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm not going to be complaining about catching that any day of the week. Careful. Absolutely fantastic. Try and get my fingers out of the way. He's very lively. Very thick set. Beautiful fish. And James has just had one as well, a bit smaller than this one. Obviously shoals moved in, so that's brilliant. You get these rods back in the water. Fantastic. I'd say catching bream is a good thing here. Because when you ain't catching bream, I'd like to say. Well guys, sorry for not putting the light on then, but I did think it was a bream, but whoa, look at the size of that. Didn't fight till he got in the net. But wow, what a chub. Beautiful fish. Look at him. Wee, careful. Oh, what a great evening this is turning out to be. Absolutely fantastic. This fella wants to go back, doesn't he? So let's get him back in the water. Beautiful. Well guys, it's about 10:30 now, and not much else has happened, I'm afraid. I haven't had any more bites. It's all gone very quiet the last hour or so. James had another bream in the last few minutes, but it has been very quiet, so really barbel bite time's over with now, and I'm sure if we were going to get a carp we'd have had one by now as well. I think what I'm going to do is try and get out perhaps in the week this week, but the weather is turning a lot colder. I do want to get after this perch just below the weir, and also got the zander bug too, so we're going to be out after the zander as well. So I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do, but I'm going to try and get out midweek now I've got the worst of this cold away. So thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your own angling, tight lines, and I'll see you again very soon.